Well, the challenges, there's a lot, and they always come and go, and that is why I don't like to say they are challenges anymore, because those situations are actually what keeps you going. Because if they don't come, you're actually not doing anything. So that's how it is. I have 5 siblings. I'm the third child, second girl, and I was born in Lagos. I grew up in Lagos. I schooled nursery till secondary in Nigeria. I went to school in Ghana. That's at the university. That was Radford University College. And growing up has not been very easy for me because of I was born with a skin condition called skin pigmentation disorder, and I was born like this, the blonde hair and my skin like this. And growing up in Nigeria, in fact, life is hard already, but living in Nigeria is harder. And you can imagine when you're in the midst of people that do not understand your skin, and is more of like a disgusting feeling that or reaction you always get all the time, and you rarely get the smile. So I just took it like Nigerians don't understand what they don't know, and it took me a really, really long time coming to terms with this. And when I finally did was in 2010, when I went to the university, and I made a decision to live life and accept what it is, because I cannot change it. I tried to change it when I was little by using iron sponge. I still have the scar somewhere here, yes, and I told myself, okay, this is it, and here I am. And that was what birthed AWC, that's African White Chick. Yeah, so I gave myself that name, and that's been the spirit name that has been my backbone, like the force behind, because in my ordinary eyes I can't do it, but African White Chick can do things that Aisha wouldn't do. So that's it. AWC Management Solutions, it's a company, or say it's a body that stands for talent management, and we love unique talent. When we say unique talent, like you don't get to see this kind of person every day, and that is because of me, the founder, because you don't get to see my kind every day. So anything I represent has to have that distinction. So that is what we are out there for, and we handle talent management. We do PR consultant. That's PR consultancy, sorry. Then we do A&R and general management actually. But on the side as a freelance, I run that as well. So that's what I do. Well, I would say the field found me. It kept on calling me, and I kept on ignoring. One way or the other, I've been connected to music, even right as an infant, I'd say, because growing up, I remember my mom used to tell me stories, and like, you're always eating and singing. Like when I'm enjoying the food, let's say I'm enjoying the food, and I go and I'm humming. And I did that. Then growing up, when I think I was 8 years old, I enjoyed listening to songs and writing out the lyrics and singing along. And some of them I actually wrote out. I still can remember them till tomorrow. So music has always, been that missing part of me, like that I didn't know for a very long time. And it happened that my sisters, they were video vixens, back then in 2009, 10. And one happened to have Jobless on her contacts. So she used my picture, and Reminisce saw the picture through Jobless's phone, and he was like, he wanted to meet this person. Like, she looked so different, and and that was how we got to hang out, became friends. He invited me to his video shoot, Kakobi Chicken. That was in 2010, I think. And while on set, you know how video shoots can be, every kind of celebrity you would ever think of. Patrick Rankin was there, Ice Prince, Scales, a lot of people, even the director then. So all Reminisce did was just meet Aisha meet this. So it was like, wow, look at these people that I see on TV. Like, I'm seeing them, and there and there I just thought of like, okay, what can I do? Because I always like to bring value, in whatever I'm doing. So that was what, cooked up that career out, and it's been 10 years in the game ever since then till now, and AWC was born from it. And AWC stands for African White Chick. Yeah, an African White Chick is because of my skin, and a lot of people think I'm a white girl because I get that questions a lot, especially at the airport, and are you Nigerian? And a lot of people think I'm actually white because I have a blonde hair. This is the real color of my hair. And so when I had to accept myself, that was when I gave myself African White Chick, because okay, I'm African actually. People call me white, and I like to be, a chick all the time. So that's where it came from. So that's been my identity. So that's why it's still my business name. Oh wow, okay, how I manage my time. Well, time ever be managed? I really cannot say, but what I do is, I place, priorities first, because a lot of things come, and, even if they come before others, there's some things that are meant to be done right there, right, that would even, elevate the older plans or the later plans you're gonna have for what you have already. So as a PR manager, as a PR consultant, as an artist manager, it's still one body to me, because that is my field. And that is why I always tell people, make your career, your playground. So it doesn't feel like you're working. So I don't always see it like I'm being choked, because like I say, those challenges that come with it, because you have to be in 5 places at the same time. So if you cannot make it because you have one body, you might make like 2 events or 3, and then you do the rest technically on the phone. So that is how it has been, and and it's been a beautiful ride, to be honest with you, and I enjoy it actually. Those things actually make me sit up and, okay, I can handle this, I can do this better. So that's it. So it's been an easy thing. I look out for, first off, the talent. And once the talent is there, then, the passion for the artist, like the passion he or she has for this talent, and also, if they have the skills, because there's just like a thin line between talent and skills. And talent is something that you have, like it's your possession, you own it. But skills is, putting it into work. Like how do you strategize this talent? How do you make it work for you? Do you understand? Because you have the content. So right now you're just an empty container. We're not looking for containers, we're looking for content. So you as a talent, you should. That's the first thing you should have. Then the passion for it, and you should also understand the skills. And that is what I look out for. In a way, yes, and in a way, no. Why they aren't hard to manage is if they listen and trust the process. But when it becomes hard is when, they feel they can do it themselves in their own way. Or sometimes it even goes as bad as having a problem like a proper strategic plan with even some people that, and they'd go behind and go and do in a different way. I don't understand if that's to give themselves the credit or not to give you the credit. I don't know what it is, but a lot of these talents fail to understand that whoever you're trusting or whoever is representing you, you need to see the journey that person too is on. Is this a lazy person? What is this person doing? Because aside you being a talent, there are other things on the side you should be doing, because you cannot depend solely on your talent all the time. You understand me? And if you do that all the time, you cannot grow. So yes, there's more. It's harder when there's no even money as well, because you need to do a lot of things. You need to represent. There's a lot of branding to do, and it all costs money. So when there's lack of money, there's a problem. And sometimes there might be money, but there's no listening ears. Everybody feels like they know what they're doing, and why did they hire in the first place? I don't know. When you say define the role of a woman in the entertainment sector, I don't think there's any role that is, for female or male. Basically, the role they play. I don't know if there are a lot of females in this entertainment, the music industry. I'm speaking for the music side. I don't know if there are a lot of females, but I'm sure there will be a couple of them. But it's not a field that a lot of people have seen through. I can testify to one or two female friends, who were like, they got inspired by how I've been in the game for a while, and they decided to join. And I knew one that just did it for like a year, and she's like, she's never doing this again. And one did it for 3 years and she gave up. And I just, kept on going. So I just feel like it's a thing of the mind. If you have passion for something, you go for it, even if it's only male dominated. So that's what I think. What roles it has played? Well, it has played a lot. It has opened a lot of doors, the same way it has shut some. And the most unique thing about my skin is that I'm the only kind in Nigeria. Because a lot of people mistake this for vitiligo. This isn't vitiligo. The ones that are very, very popular are called, that's what vitiligos. But this skin pigmentation disorder is so rare. And I know for a fact that I'm the only one in Nigeria. And what it has done for me personally, it has made me understand life differently. Like, I was able to understand body language from what you're actually telling me. Because the way you react is how I just interpret your language. So even if you act disgusted and like, oh, it's fine, I know this is not fine. So that thing it is done for me in my personal life. So you don't really need to talk much. I know what you actually trying to say to me, and that is one thing it's done. And for my professional life, is at first it wasn't, I won't say it was good, because at first it was like, okay, who is this one? And nobody wanted to listen, and as a butterfly, you first start as an egg to the process. So a lot of people saw that growing process. And I was just, what's this word I'm going to use? This, like you're carving, like, you're shedding, like you're carving something. The stick, you're just doing it, people didn't understand, and it looked so ugly, and that was me growing. I wasn't as refined as, they were as at that time. I was growing and, but at the same time, it opened some doors. I remember my first entry into the industry was not going to be as a talent manager. I was going to be a dancer, actually. I wanted to be a dancer. And it was still the same skin that made them not pick me, because I actually was really, really into dancing then. So they didn't pick me because of this skin. And they're still in the industry today. And that same video shoot, I wasn't selected for as a dancer, because according to them, the artist has a standard, or he knows what he's looking for. Like, fine. And I still went for the shoot because my sisters were selected, both of them. And I went there, and this artist took a break and just walked around and came where I was sitting and stood there for a while and was smiling at me. And his name is Netosi. He was really, really smiling hard. I'm like, what's your name? I was like, Aisha. I was like, wow, you're so pretty. And this is, in my head, this is the same video that I wanted to be a dancer. So you can imagine if I was among, you know, the cast, you know, or the crew, he would have, you know, probably just enjoyed something different. Nigerians don't like different things until somebody else sees the beauty in it, you know. And now I'm not looking to be in anybody's video, but I've get the offers already. But, you know, same thing with Omaomi. That same day, she walked up to me as well and she smiled. So this skin has been blocked because they are not meant for me. And the ones that are meant for me, they're opened with a smile. So I walk in, and that is how I've been networking. And the truth is, for 10 years I've been in this business, I've never asked to be anybody's friend. I don't even greet them, to be honest with you. Most of the people I speak to today, I'm not a nasty person, but because of the reactions I've gotten in the past, so I just try to be on my own. But they come to me, but why they come to me is because I've been on my own way, my journey. I know where I've been going. This is the dream I have for this industry. This is what I have. This is what I see for talent. And I was just on that path and doing what I kept doing for years. And it brought these people that I've admired, and I felt like, wow, they will never even know I exist. And it brought them to me. So I can tell you for a fact that 95% of my industry friends, they made me their friend first. So that is what it has done for me. I was going to be a doctor, and in fact, I can be anything because I'm a talent management, but I'm also a talent myself, and I manage myself. But my second choice will be an engineer, because that was what I studied. I switched from medicine, went to Ghana, did engineering. I still want to do it, but I'm having interest in other things again. As a creative, I'm finding myself having interest in other things so trust me, tomorrow I might be a video director, don't be surprised. So that's just what it is. My hands are on everything because my mind is not limited. I can do all. What propelled the vision? The vision has been there, but I didn't see it. In the sense that most of the things that are happening now, like recently, are things that I've thought of like even 5 years ago, that I've actually gone to sell, not to even get money. I just wanted to just give it to these people. You can do this for your artists. I'm not going to mention their names yet. When it's time, I'll do that. You can use this for your artists. And I'm talking about labels. You can use this for your artists, and this is the result it's going to bring. Like the things I'm saying now are the things like, I was like, let's try then. And the question will be like, so who have you worked with before? And I'm like, nobody. I'll mention maybe a name that they don't know. Sorry, don't, and they will just, shut their door against me because I've not worked with someone that's popular. And it's been going on and on like that. But by the end of the day, while still doing this business, I've met a lot of talent, and their view about the music industry is so crooked. Like, they are lost. They don't even know that they are lost. And in my own little way, I try to educate them as they come along. And I realized that, okay, yes, it's been working for some people that have listened, And it was now a personal thing that I do. So before I work with anybody, I need to make sure that they understand what they are getting into, And that was what brought the consultation session that I was doing. Then I plan to do something general, because a lot of people always, complain they cannot afford it. And a lot of people even get scared to even DM me or even call me. And, so I just wanted to just open that door, and it's not just difficult. You can actually look at the value of what you're going to be getting, and don't look at the money you're paying. So that was why I decided to do that. And along the line, I gave up because, some things happened that I don't want to talk about now, and I just left the whole thing. Not until I came for the music, business and drinks. That was last 14th of June. And, and I didn't even really say much, and I saw the reaction. And afterwards, people come in to talk and, take pictures, ask questions, and some still kept in touch, still sent their songs, the ones that and everybody's mentality is on the same, and I just felt like, oh, this is not good. And when I sent them mails for my consultation and they're like, they can't afford it, I was like, okay, what can I do? Then that was when I reached out to Cynthia I reached out to Free Me Digital through Cynthia, and I was like, okay, this is what I, thought of. So it will be good because, you have a platform that these people too need something like this. Why don't we come together and, I have what they need, and it's just, the basics, actually, the things that they don't even know that can actually make them a successful artist, so it's just the simple things. And I just felt like I can do this, why not? Let me give back to them. What I love most about my job is the fact that, I get to meet talent. Because, in a world where everybody's, is crazed about 9 to 5 and, making these people that are this creative look jobless, So it's exciting to meet different creatives every day, almost every time. And that is what I love about my job, that people are beginning to own their talent and their creativity and ready to, grow with it and make it a career. So that's what I enjoy seeing. In 5 years, I'll still be African white chick for sure. And that's how I'll still introduce myself. But I know I'm still gonna be in this game. I think Nigerian music industry is learning. Nigerian music industry is, the structure is it's like a bottleneck, and you can understand what the cover of a bottle, how small it is, and see the whole. There's no structure basically, and that is what AWC too is trying to change in our own way, and that is why there is nobody yet signed under any AWC, because we're all about structure, and if there's no structure, there's no structure, there's nothing, because it's just like you just combine, one day it's gonna crash. So it's a process, and the Nigerian entertainment industry don't understand that it's a process. It's not about it's not about the noise. It's not about the noise. Sometimes you need sanity. You need to understand that, okay, this is where I'm good at. Everybody should always understand their strong points and their weak points. Once you understand that, you won't always want to flow with whatever it is, because the difference between where you are and where the other person is that you're looking at is just perception. And a lot of people always miss it. You always miss the signal, So that is why you shouldn't always look at what is going on there. Work on what you have. What is your own? Develop it. So the music industry in Nigeria lacks it, and I'm just glad that some of some of our talent here are, realizing that, and are actually, affiliating with different record labels, because it gets to a point where you understand that, okay, I need this structure. And for other, compared to international standard, I cannot, for sure say what is going on, because I have no idea what's going on there. Because what we're saying is the result, and automatically the result we're saying is good. It means there's a structure that is working. So we need to start learning, how to build our own structure. We cannot use the same structure because we don't produce the same things. We're Afrobeat, so our structure has to be different. But still, there should be a structure that even when we pass on, whoever is picking up from there would understand why, where we have gotten to, where we've gotten to, why we got there. Not that you're confused. How did you? It's like further mass, in their eyes. So once there's a structure, even if you leave it, somebody will continue and understand. So we need to work on us. Aisha is temperamental, but this job has taught me how to tolerate a lot of people, because a lot of people will make you question if God loves you, because the frustration is, and for someone that has a short circuit like me, like my temper is, I can go from 0 to 100 in split seconds over the pettiest things or the silliest things. So yes, Aisha is temperamental. Aisha, she likes to grab opportunities. I don't like to let opportunities slide, because I believe every opportunity is a step towards your goals. So as long as it aligns with my career and my lifestyle, I flow with the vibe. Aisha doesn't like onions. I don't like it. How many is that? 3. Aisha loves money so much, but would never kill someone for that money or sell herself for that money. I'll always work for my money. And if you dash me, I'll collect. That's 4. Aisha likes to impact positively everyone and everything she comes across. No matter how lowly or poor you think of yourself for a particular thing, I always see a brighter side to everything and everyone. You might see a talkative, I might see a marketer or a PR. You might see an OCD person, I might just see, this is so organized, this person is organized. And that is how I like to work with people. I like to see what it is that I'm not the kind of person, let me simplify it. For example, I'm not the kind of person that, I'm not looking for someone that has A1 in maths or English or biology, no. I work with I like to see those things that people see as excesses or flaws. Those are the things I pick, and I know that you can do this particular job. And trust me, they excel. And that is, that is how Aisha sees people and situations. So yeah, I like to impact that, and I just like to see positivity. So that's how I channel my mindset. Like, everything is positive. I don't like to see the bad side of things. So if you're seeing something bad, I would like to make you see the good side of that bad. So that's it. That's 5. Not in Nigerian industry, yes. And that person is my favorite artist in the world. That's John Bellion. John Bellion is the only artist that I can actually put hand in my pocket and buy a ticket to watch, because we're on the same level of, when I say higher consciousness, like every time I listen to him, it's like it's speaking to me, like my particular feeling, and the kind of things he sings about, are questions that I actually used to ask myself too. That some very, very funny questions, like, you need to, what line of John Bellion can I use? I'm trying, there's a lot and it's mumbled in my head right now, but, there's this song, Maybe I Don't Know, and there's this line that says, what if I knew tomorrow? He now said, I guess maybe that's why he's God. I mean, there's some things he just says that you won't get it at that point. And you just think about it and it's like, okay, this is what he meant. And I don't connect with any artist the way I connect with him. And if I can work with him, trust me, I know that I'm going to die well. I swear. Yes, John Bellion. Hey, Aisha Odey here, aka African White Chick. And make sure you stay locked on to Vibe.ng.